The crisis picture is not new in Bengal. The crisis is predictable. We all know that we are going through the way of deforestation. We are going through the way of profit-centric margin to cutting trees and unusual constructions on the hills and the mountains. And this is a replica. These are reflections of the nature on the climate disaster, on the impact of human lives. The North Bengal, the connectivity of hills, the connectivity of mountains, the connectivity of Tista, Torsha, Joldaga, the connectivity of Bhutan, the Jalpaiguri, Darjeeling, each and every place has been counted as red alert zone. And this is not new. We are blaming on the Bhutan electricity projects. We are blaming that the hydroelectricity power on the counting of the crisis of the technical glitch at the areas of Chukha or Wangchu and also other places, which is very much important at this time on regarding of Tala crisis. We all know that Bhutan government has been already announced the crisis that what may become in front of the places if the Tala hydroelectric power on the regarding of hydropower is uncontrollable the dam, it become a dangerous scenario for the West Bengal for the upcoming movement. So this is the time of discussions regarding what actually the crisis is, how we can solve it, and what should be the process. The first thing is definitely the type of discussions regarding the unusual rainfall. We are talking about around more than 250 millimeters of discussions of rainfall, unusual rainfall on accountable of October 4th and 5th, which is very much in the crisis period on the regarding of the North Bengal chapter. But the thing is the same scenario we also have faced in Kolkata in some regions of Bengal regarding around of 300 millimeter of rainfalls, which was also uncountable and which was very much out of the reach of the parameter of control of the scenario. When we are talking about this is our particular range that we can control our situations. So this is we are in the failure structure. We are failing. We are failing on the purpose of the regarding of the climate calamities, and we are failing our range regarding what should be the upcoming disaster prone identities and what should be upcoming disaster prone management on regarding this kind of scenario. Near about 28 people already died. The Darjeeling, the Coachbihar, Jalpaiguri, the North Bengal, beautiful areas, Sikkim, also the connectivity of Bhutan already facing this kind of issue. The national highway is already detached from the crisis of the extreme landslide. And this landslide is actually the replica of the human profit-centric ideology. Because this landslide is not new. We always talking about the discussions where the way of river, where the river can process, where the river can easily go out from the crisis on the regarding of this kind of effect. I am showing you the live picture on regarding what is actually at present the Tista, Tosha, Joldaga regions and the crisis of the humanity is more than the around of 10 lakhs people as crisis on the hill region or the Himalaya or the particular Sikkim region. But before 5 years ago, when actually the mountain melting was in crisis in Sikkim, more than 16 particular mountains under counted in the crisis regarding a red alert regarding the extreme melting ice or regarding the extreme sea level rise on the areas of coastal zones, on the areas of particularly who are actually in flat prone zones. So these were in the crisis on the regarding of the discussion around 5 years ago. So Sikkim already discussed this kind of things that we have particular mountains on the melting ice. We have to think about this kinds of issues or the particular melting of particular technology to alarm people that this is the time of crisis. We have to save the community. We have to save the human lives. So this is a crisis. This is not only a crisis about our perspective, this is crisis of the human oriented crisis regarding the climate diversity, regarding the climate force. So when we are talking about the Bhutan, already we know that Bhutan has the power to maintain the carbon emission controlling. But the thing is that now at present they are facing their technical glitches on some areas. They are facing some technical issues on the particular area of their hydropowers, their particular dam scenario, because it's already reaching the overflow scenario. And if it completely busted, then it become a dangerous scenario on the connectivity of Phunsaling, on the area of Bhutan, from the connectivity of West Bengal, connectivity of land area of Sikkim, and other areas on belongs to Jalpaiguri, Darjeeling, Coach Bihar, and many other. Mirik is also facing at present a huge crisis. So, who is actually guilty when we're talking about the discussions? I'm just talking multiple times that this is time to discussions regarding a particular matter, that if we are not discuss, we are not taking actions regarding unusual constructions and the control of deforestation and maintain afforestation, this has become a biggest crisis in future perspective. This is not new. The crisis is not new at present in North Bengal. The crisis is predictable because we are facing crisis for our own priorities. And this is a crisis on a huge purpose. This is a crisis on the upcoming generations. And this is crisis of like same things on the people who are trying to making the tourism ideologies on regarding of Darjeeling and this kind of area, how they are safe. These are discussions about their topic of safe and security. Look at the flow of river. Look at the power of the river, how they are flowing. It's completely overflowing and completely creating pressures more than two countries. It's already facing two countries, Bhutan and India, and the hill station of the India is already facing in this kind of scenario. And Bhutan is also creating some kind of pressure on the situation of that they are facing hydroelectronic powers failure on the technical breaches. So this is the crisis. Already NDRF team has been placed on the regarding this kind of scenario. This is a time that the army, Indian army, already placed in the particular disaster areas. But this is the not time to discussions about politicians. This is not talking about the discussion of political dramas. This is not about blaming a particular political parties and regarding of discussions on particular issues. This is about the humanities and what we can make a particular plan or regarding upcoming future. And the crisis at present, when we're talking about the cloud burst, when we are talking about the more than 250 millimeter of rains, we have no power, we have no actual action plan regarding to control these kinds of issues. When particularly weather reports saying that this is a time to a heavy rainfall, it's coming on heavy rainfall, it's maybe a floods, it's maybe a more than 250 millimeters of rains, there should be a particular measurement should take on actions regarding on the humanity lifestyle, regarding for the people. So where is the plan? What is the particular action plan regarding these kinds of issues? How a state is facing the crisis in a month and multiple times? This is not new. Before 15 days, the same scenario is happening in Kolkata. Somehow it belongs to the city, it belongs to the river Ganga area. Maybe it becomes to survive this kind of situation. But now at present in West Bengal, in the hill stations, then the Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri, Coach Bihar, from the area belongs to Tista, Torsha, Jaldhaka, this kind of river is creating a massive flow. They are showing their actual picture. And this is a climate calamity, this is a climate disaster from the human lifestyle. And there should be a proper particular action plan regarding immediately. Without proper action plan, there can't be a particular measurement in the future crisis. We can't maintain, we can't particular gaining on the what kind of crisis is coming in future days. And this is a particular thing we have to process in the particular days. We are just counting the death count, we are counting the landslides, we are counting the how much people have lost their lives, how much people lost their communications. And this is going up. This is a growing up scenario. This is not new. The crisis is maintained by the human lifestyle. And this is the time of discussions. At present, the crisis, we all know the Bhutan is extremely under attention on the regarding of their hydropower, regarding the overflowing of rivers. And this is the crisis. If the crisis of Tala will happen, it should be the biggest dangerous scenario at present in Bengal. At present, the crisis of extreme rainfall. But the thing is that will anyone time to discuss that Meghalaya, the Moshinram, the Cherrapunji has not faced the record facing of the rainfall this year, and same crisis is facing in the eastern India, in West Bengal. in Sikkim, in Darjeeling, same crisis. There's like the replica of the rainfall in the different percent in different areas. That means rainfall has changed its own structure. So this is the time to take a proper disaster prone actions, proper disaster management role. Each and every government, each and every particular political party should be ahead of action plan regarding on the make of teamwork. This is not a political discussions regarding the port bank scenario. This is a time for human life, for the upcoming days, for the upcoming future. This is a time of discussions. Thank you.